Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today's December 11, 2020. And today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the Australian dollar makes new highs of the year above 75. I'm going to take a look at that in just a second. No major economic events scheduled for today. And looking at the markets, obviously the Aussie dollar at the focus, but looking at the indices, the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones pretty much taper off. While looking at commodities, oil breaks higher to $47 a barrel, gold pretty much unchanged. So in terms of the stocks, the rotation continues. Microsoft, Amazon, the FANG stocks are weak. Alcoa, almost $24 a share. And lastly, looking at the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin breaking below 18,000. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So going to first take a look here at the Aussie USD at a weekly chart, and look at that. I called this yesterday. Those of you who were in the market review yesterday will have, if you would have taken the advantage of exercising this trade, could have made some good money here. Look at the daily chart. That just did not want to break lower after we broke 74.80. Look at that, just breaking higher and breaking higher. Okay, that is a beautiful setup right there. Now the next real resistance-ish level is probably about 75, 90, 76, 97-ish level. Somewhere in between these two areas. So just be aware of that. However, when we look at the euro or the GBP versus the USD, it's not as strong. Look at that. The euro actually declining here. Okay, going from 21.59 down to 21.33 in a 1-hour chart. But that's, as the market is opening up in Europe this morning. Now looking at the GBP USD, also showing some weakness, 132.84, riddled by Brexit. It seems like the Brexit's not going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen, it's going to be an exit for the GBP. Now jumping into the commodities, looking at oil, look at that beautiful breakout, 47.12. And this has been really trading in a very tight range for quite some time, but finally breaking it out. Look at that, a nice spike yesterday. As anticipated, demand is increasing with the vaccines being disseminated around the world. Now jumping into the Nasdaq, we sold off earlier in the week on Wednesday, and then we've just been rotating at this level and really just hanging out at this 12,381. So just be aware of that, okay? Going into the end of the weekend, the high-tech stocks have been weak. But if we look at the Dow Jones, pretty much flatlining at 30,000. But looking at the individual stocks, Apple was down yesterday, 121.42. If we look at Microsoft, it was down 209, okay, as it retraces. Amazon also below that $3,100 per share, okay? But looking at some of the other stocks, we see a different story. Looking at Alcoa, a nice little get up there to $23.90, okay? Almost hitting $24 a share, okay? So this has really been very, very strong and has been taking the market a little bit higher. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, breaking that 18,000 with some oomph. Now, this is to be expected, okay? Ultimately, we didn't break above 19,500-ish level, so the fact that we're retracing here is quite normal. Now, we may have another rally coming into next week, okay? Just take into effect that this is a minor supportish level at 17,600-ish level. So going into the weekend, I don't think we're going to be too aggressive in any one of our trades because, it's going into the weekend, first of all, and it's been kind of a week or an uneventful week for most of the indices, besides the breakout on the Aussie dollar and that new high that we made on the Nasdaq. Really, the markets have been just correlating and just consolidating at this area, really without a directional move. This is Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.